Hawker Hunter breaks fast and Wishing Over on the far side, and Overbury on the near side. Wishing Over on the far side between horses Hawker Hunter, and on the near side Overbury. Overbury, Wishing, Hawker Hunter. Solajan's up with them. Florid over on the far side. Wishing the leader now. Wishing from Hawker Hunter. Solajan over on the far side with Florid. Just in behind them, Overbury. Behind Overbury is Mr. Bailey's. Just spot his white face. Cool Jazz towards the left of the picture. Concordial's just the back marker at the moment. Wishing's the leader. Wishing and Hawker Hunter. These two disputing it. From Solajan in third. Mr. Bailey's has made a little progress just in behind the lead. Racing past the 5 marker towards the 4 now. Wishing on the inside, Hawker Hunter, Solajan on the outer, Mr. Bailey's. Then on the outer, on the right that is, Florid. Concordial's made a little bit of ground. Wishing, Hawker Hunter, Solajan, Florid. Mr. Bailey's making progress now. Overbury over on the far rail. Concordial making a bit of ground. Party Season is the back marker. Wishing is the leader. Wishing it is into the straight. From Hawker Hunter towards the right of the picture, Mr. Bailey's making ground all the time with Overbury in the sheepskin noseband. Racing to the furlong pole, and here comes Mr. Bailey's on the near side with Overbury. Mr. Bailey's, Overbury as they pass the furlong pole. Mr. Bailey's with the advantage from Overbury, and Concordial making ground over on the far side. Mr. Bailey's stretching as they come to the line. It's Mr. Bailey's from Overbury and Concordial. Mr. Bailey's is going to win it at the line. Mr. Bailey's is the winner. Concordial gets up in a photo, possibly just to be second ahead of Overbury, but they're in a photo for second and third, and it's a photo for fourth as well between Hawker Hunter and Wishing and Party Season. But no doubt about the winner, and there he is, number 5, Mr. Bailey's, owned by GR Bailey Limited. Bailey's Horse Feeds, trained by Mark Johnston at Middleham. He came 243 miles to oblige, and ridden by Frankie Dettori. And it's a photo for second place, a photo between number 1, Concordial, who finished so fast up the fence over on the far side, and number 6, Overbury, who was in the fighting line all the way up the straight.
Frankie Dettori's given his horse a beautiful ride. Just here, he and Willie Carson seem to go for the same gap. We'll look at that again in a moment. He makes his move at the 2, though, comes to challenge Overbury on the noseband. Look at Pat Edry threading through on the inside, just on this side of Wishing and on the inside of Hawker Hunter. Comes from off the pace and so nearly catches Frankie in the end. But Mr. Bailey's, who doesn't do anything too quickly, he's stormed his way into the lead here. The first 2 go clear, but Concordial's pulling the first 2 back in the last 100 yards.
Well, he found this mile much more to his liking than the Jim Crack, the 6 furlongs at York there. And as you can see there, he really stayed on well. Frankie Dettori, on this, the first time in the saddle on a racecourse on Mr. Bailey's, gets on with him really well. As they go to the line, we can see Concordial locked together with Overbury. I think Concordial may have just stuck his nose up on the line to deprive Overbury of second place. But they're a little bit in a heap, this, Julian. I'm just wondering whether we've seen a classic potential for next year.
Well, Mr. Bailey's is certainly a horse